The Jets are moving in silence. They have a new mantra that I actually do like, and they're making some significant turnover with their front office and scouting department as they kick off the second round of OTAs. Speaking of OTAs moving in silence, the Jets are not allowing season ticket holders at any of the OTAs this offseason. So obviously not a season ticket holder living up here, but I think that so far Aaron Glenn has lived up to that mantra of moving in silence. Now, of course, the easiest rebuttal to all this kind of stuff is that's great until you win games or until you have a quarterback. Of course, we all know that, but we're just looking step by step with the new people and with the information we have, trying to draw some conclusions and maybe some reasons for optimism is all we can do at this point in the summer, besides, watch the Mets or whatever. But it's the quietest off season, or at least until after the initial coaching hires were made and the initial quarterback decision was made. From that till now is like the quietest I can remember. I was actually looking at the last 2 years, a number of videos I uploaded in this like time frame in the late spring to early summer, and in this year it's like half as many, just because there's just not as much stuff to talk about, which is probably a good thing, to be honest. Number one, as fans, we probably need an off season too. It's probably not healthy to be thinking about talking about this team every single day as somebody who does that. But I've slowed down a bit recently, so that's probably good for us to be honest. Watch some baseball, go outside, touch grass, fish, hike, all that stuff, play some pickup basketball, not think about the Jets for a while. It's probably good for us. But from the team perspective too, they're just going to let their results do the talking for them. And I think that there's probably been a directive from the coaching staff in terms of social media use from for the players, because I know that players like Brees and Sauce and Quinnen were pretty active social media users. You don't see that anymore. It's not like they were posting anything bad or harmful or whatever, but I think we saw that with Quinnen have that initial post about the Aaron Rodgers thing, which I don't blame Quinnen at all for being frustrated with losing. I actually liked that. I know he didn't say it, and you don't want to say that, right? You don't want to openly question your boss's decisions, but I like that he's pissed off that he's losing. You know what I mean? Because the flip side is, he got paid. He doesn't care who the quarterback is. He does, you know what I mean? So to me, I took that as Quinnen cares. So it's not that they're posting anything bad, but it's just probably more beneficial that they're not as active on social media and just kind of practicing and focusing on what they got to focus on. And it seems like that's been, I don't think it's a coincidence that as soon as Aaron Glenn took over, that change has been made. Limited leaks, limited rumors. The Jets are connected to this player, then they eventually sign him. We've had in the past like 3 to 4 week lead ups where we kind of know they're going to sign a guy and then they finally do. That has not happened. The limited fan access, which I get. Why do you want a fan with a smartphone filming your OTAs if you can avoid it? And then sharing the clips on Twitter, like that's cool for me. I want to see it, but from a leadership perspective, I totally get why they would want to limit that stuff and shut that stuff down. So moving in silence, I love it. And another slogan, so it's funny because you do automatically think of some of the solid slogans, but I think this is why it's different. And this was from Rich Cimini's Sunday column, I believe, this a couple of days ago. And he said one of the slogans the Jets are using for their wide receivers is no block, no rock. And why that is different than all gas, no brakes, or if you don't got haters, you're not popping, is that it is actually an instructive thing about football. It is not a hollow platitude. It is a football phrase. It's not a hype phrase. And whatever, that's not why Coach Sala failed, to be honest, either. It was just easy fodder to throw back in his face when the team was failing. But no block, no rock is an actual real football thing where you're prioritizing the blocking in the wide receiver room. Josh Reynolds can block, Alan Lazard can block, Arian Smith can block. So if you want the ball, you have to block. And I think that is probably a microcosm of Aaron Glenn being maybe a more detailed oriented coach and wanting complete football players. So I'm cool with that. No block, no rock. It's cool with me. And I'm sure you keep seeing these posts, and I've seen other guys like Matt O'Leary yesterday, and Ian have made some videos about there's new guys the Jets are hiring in their front office scouting department. And I'm going to try and want to try to compile as complete of a list as I can and kind of go through all of them, because it's just a lot of times their agents reported. The Jets aren't even reporting those hires. They're not even telling us that. They're just, it's like the agents or these guys themselves are showing it. Our fans found it on their LinkedIn. So the Jets are not giving us much. So I'll try to put up a list together of that. But it is, you like to see that. You like to see significant change. Notably, their analytics department is doubled in size. So their analytics department at the start of last season was a 3-person team, and now it's a 6-person team. Now, are 3 more nerds going to turn around the Jets? No, but the Jets, I made a video about this heading into last season, where the Jets, in places like scouting and analytics and even like their grounds maintenance team and their coaching staff, the Jets has employed like 2/3 of the amount of people in some of those areas that good teams employ. So yeah, they should probably have the same number of people as the good teams, like the Ravens and the Bills and the Chiefs and the Eagles. If you compare, those teams just have more staff in some of those areas. So the Jets need to up the numbers there. I don't know if that's just like a cost cutting thing with Woody Johnson. It's kind of silly if it is, because if you look at social media, content manager, and ticket sales rep and marketing, the Jets have plenty of those people. The Jets have more people there than anybody in the league. So, man, put a good product on the field, and then you won't have to market it. Like, Jet fans are. You remember the opening game of 2023, when the Jets just got Aaron Rodgers, and the first defensive possession of that game was like a playoff atmosphere. You don't need marketing. Jets fans are there. They're ready. They have a passionate fan. They got fans all over the world. And people who watch my channel, 7% of them are in the UK. You don't need to market it, man. Just put a decent product on the field, and Jet fans are going to show up, man. They're going to buy your product. So let's get some more nerds, some more scouts, some more coaches. And no block, no rock. I like it. We'll talk about soon.